hospital. What he in the hospital for? Or, bro. I just know he not in the hospital. The hospital. What he in the hospital for? Or, bro. I just know he not in the hospital.
That Alvo did not know that Shamar was in the hospital in the ER speaks volumes. We got Chatty Patty begging, aka Elvo, up here begging for CashApp, reading people for filth, trying to do his exposes to get relevant again for clout, to get to the bag. This dude did not even know that Shamar was in the hospital. So this is an update. It's Sunday. We will be going live today. Most likely I will. And I want to let you know Shamar's no longer in the ER, but he was in the ER. I don't know what he was in the ER for. I can say I did hear a terrible cough off and on that he used to always have. I thought it was maybe from smoking the ooh-wee, the weed, the ganja. However, it's a cough to me that he hasn't been able to shake. Put it in the comment section if you guys noticed that cough as well. I want to see how many people notice it. Is it in my head? Let me know if it's in my head. You can even say, yeah, it's all in your head. But he had a cough. It seems like the whole time that I've been doing content on him. And it just seemed like he could not shake that cold. And it had like a phlegm type of up in his chest coming up type of cough that I heard. It's just a motherly instinct, but put it in the comment section. Also, make sure you like the video. And this is just in case you missed yesterday's live. Shamar has a stalker, relationship problems with Elvo, and Shamar got bounty hunters after Elvo. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how that's going to work out. Shamar better stop claiming Elvo is Elvo, get caught at his house. Those people are going to bring a photo of Elvo and lock him up, along with Shamar for harboring a fugitive. Yep. Shamar's the reason why Elvo is on the run. Right. We know that, Toby. Yep. Elvo is on the run. Shamar better be careful with the company he keeps. And the company he keeps, whether or not they're his company or not, they're going to try their hardest. Every time they think that Elvo's at that house, they're going to call. Also, I want to say at the beginning of this video, just clearing things up, that actually wasn't a safe that I even thought yesterday when I was in yesterday's live. Or was it the day before yesterday? Anyways, whatever day it was. I also thought that what I saw in the video was a safe up against the wall. That actually isn't a safe. I don't know what it is, but it's not a safe. But it's something that I saw in the same video that many of us saw, and we thought it was his safe. And I just wanted to say that because just put it to rest that it's not a safe. Trust me, if it was, I confirmed it, thinking it was from what I saw. I said it was a safe. But then when he showed what that was up against the wall, I was like, oh, okay. Some gray thing. It looked like a gray and black thing up against the wall. Then when he showed clearly what was up against the wall, I was like, oh, okay, I thought it was a safe. So I'm not the only one that thought that. So, it's not a thing of, people trying to just stop mess with Shamar. That's a human error. And that's it is what it is. Human errors happen all the time. So make sure y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button on the way in here. Hit the like button. All right, let me get down to these comments here. Hey, SL Davis. Hey. Felicia Johnson. Hey, everyone. I'm 17 in the chat. Hey, Felicia Johnson. How are you, sweetie? Make sure if you're over on my second channel that you're subscribed to the channel with the notification bell on, option off. Now, if you're over at the second channel, you'll also probably notice that you're over on the second channel because it probably won't be that many people over there. You can stay over there. It's fine because eventually I'm going to either pick one platform to go on for my lives and I'm not going to be live streaming, like I said, on both of them. So, yeah, you guys got to just subscribe to the channel over there. Just subscribe. Because if you don't, you're not going to be there like you wasn't yesterday. And for the people that did participate in the live yesterday that were there, like they would be on my main channel, I appreciate you. I thank you so much for being there. And then the replay game, the people that came afterwards, I respect you guys for being there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, make sure. Thank you, player, for putting the link in there as well. Thank you so much. So yeah, so Elvo's back to his old tricks. They're definitely having relationship problems. One, because he can't go over to the residence without probably feeling as though the cops are gonna kick the door down, or at least knock on that door. And if he's in there, Shamar's gonna obviously let them come in there to get him, because Shamar is not gonna want to go to jail with him. And pretty much Shamar will be harboring a fugitive. And I'm quite sure at that knock, when he opens that door, the police are gonna tell him that you're harboring a fugitive, and if he's in here and you're lying to us, we will take you in as well. So I hope Shamar's treading lightly with that. But he has been distant. One reason, because of the fact that he has not cleared up his warrant in Georgia. And he was on probation. So if he was going to probation, Alvo, which is a no-brainer, guys, they would have caught him there, and they would have took him into custody then, and he would have either that morning or whenever he checked into probation, or maybe that next day, he would have stood before the judge, and that warrant would have got lifted. Now I don't know if he would have walked out them doors after the warrant got lifted, because he's in violation of his probation, of his bond, and he has a DV with Clue. So he obviously had some serious stipulations on his probation stipulations, that if he got into any kind of trouble, or in this case somebody took his name off the bond, he will go straight to jail. Don't pass go, or whatever, how that little Monopoly game goes. He's going straight to jail. So all this time he's been running, doing all this foolish stuff. He should have, whatever money he left the first time when he was with Shamar, he should have took that money and got the next thing smoking out of there. But he wasn't thinking. He could have took whatever money he took, because we all know, this is just my opinion, that he took something before he left Shamar, and he should have used it for canteen, or when he got out, put it in his canteen in jail, and when he got out, he could have been able to be straight, because whatever the charges are, they can't hold him forever. And maybe if he would have turned himself in, he would have got out a better man. It would be making better choices, and not sitting there drinking where the whites of his eyes are yellow and it's as yellow as his teeth. But he's up on there. He has a thing with TikTok, Elvo does, for some reason. It's almost like he treats it like a dating site. And he's supposed to be the boyfriend of famous Shamar, but he's the boyfriend known as the somebody that hits on just random people that are on TikTok that he's attracted to. He has no shame in his game. But the thing is are you doing this on purpose? Are you trying to create content? If Shamar's in the bushes and he sees it, he's going to go in on you. So why are you up here trying to get at dudes? Half the dudes are not even interested in Elvo, and they're pretty much, you know what I'm saying? Like hanging up the little, I can't think of the name of those little what are they, PKs or whatever they call them, PKs on Big Go. They be like, I'm not doing no PK with you. Please. They be like, bye, Felicia. So I don't know. It's just not looking good to me. It really isn't. SL, on your second channel, I don't have my... Oh, you don't have your wrench? Okay, I'm going to write it down. Matter of fact, whoever doesn't have their wrench that's in here now. Thank you so much, Wendelina. I don't know if I can just add you. I could probably just add you when I get off, because I got to go over there as soon as I get off this live onto my main channel. So I'll just add you, Wendelina, and stuff. I will definitely add you. so that when when you're in there, you can make sure you handle your business with everything. Even if Shamar moved and Alvo moved with him, he'll still be hovering. If you no, I'm not talking about that. But I believe Alvo's time is running pretty soon. He's gonna get locked up. The clock is ticking, yeah. And then not only that, it's right, like you said, it's only a matter of time before you can run from the local authorities before you end up getting jammed up. So you're right. But I feel like sometimes when we run from our issues that are not as bad as we think that they are, we just make them situations worse. So I really think pretty much at this point, because and the sad part is he reached out to these people. He shared that with everyone, that he let them know he acknowledged that Shamar took him off the bond, and that he claimed that he had to go to a court date, and he never went to his court date. I think the day that he had to go in the court, put a 1 in the chat if I'm correct. I might be wrong. Put a N for no if I'm wrong. But didn't he walk all the way to court? He was supposed to be going to court. He didn't have no money for a Uber or a black truck, and he called himself going into court, but he was walking to court. He never made it there. Started getting them cash apps and said, "I'm getting me some Don Julio," and skip court. Crazy. Let me see what I'm likes are at, actually. I have an Instacart order. It's like I'm multitasking. I hate when I wait to the last minute to do something. It seems like every single time that I'm going live, that's around the time that the Instacart is coming. It's crazy work. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure you hit the like button. It is free to hit the like button. Hello, the people's story. Hope all is well, everyone. I hope all is well with you too. Let's make the likes make sense. As long as Elvo has all those warrants, he's gonna continue to hit rock bottom. Yeah. But see, what it is I think that he wakes up like anybody else wakes up. And he from drinking all night, from the day before. And he thinks about his issues. And as soon as, he can get to a store to get some liquor, he suppresses it. He suppresses his issues with that liquor. And that liquor is going to be his downfall, because that's what's stopping him from going to take care of his business. Once he gets one shot in him of some liquor, it's all she wrote. He's not going to take care of no business. It says, yep, and he's steady burning bridges with people, making enemies while running from the law isn't the brightest idea. It isn't. It really isn't. I think he's still on that pipe dream, thinking that he had it going on like he did the first time when he was with Shamar. Now, I'm not trying to say he can't have it going on again and be popping like he was, but you know what I'm saying? He would have to be a bad man to have that happen, where he benefits from when he was with Shamar, the last time. He's not taking care of his business. That's why he can't be around Shamar right now. But the thing is if he was to go take care of his business, and I've had told y'all that, he's going to jail. He's going to do some time. But he was saying that people were lying on him, and his supporters and the haters were believing him. You know what I'm saying? So now they're even seeing. They're even seeing too. They're even seeing too that he's liar, and obviously he's running from the law. And why would he be having to run from the law if it's just a misdemeanor? But he's a hot mess. I just got finished editing the video of him flirting all on TikTok with all these different dudes who weren't even interested. And I'm doing all that. I don't know if he's really trying to get Shamar mad or what, but he's doing a good job if he's trying to, because I'm quite sure Shamar was definitely in the bushes while he was doing it. And obviously he don't care about Shamar even knowing about it, because he's doing it right on where he knows people are going to record this stuff and do commentary. Why would you sit there knowing that this can be recorded, what you're doing, and Shamar's going to see it on somebody's channel and he's going to say something? So just stay tuned. And another thing I want to make clear to you guys, you might not like the people I talk about. You might not have even no respect for those people. But when you hit my like or my like button, that's supporting me. You're not supporting when you hit the like button. That's not because you might not like these individuals that I talk about. But you're hitting the like button is supporting this channel. So that's why I asked you guys to hit it. Not because it's an Alvo video or a Shamar video, and I want you to hit it because I want to know if you like Shamar or support Shamar or Alvo. No, I'm asking you to hit the like button to support me and my channel. So always understand that. Because I had got a comment from somebody, and I'm going to talk to them later. And they said something to me, and I just don't want people to get it mixed up why they're hitting the like button. It's because you're supporting me. And if you're not supporting me, let me know. Just hit the dislike button. I won't know who you are, who hit the dislike button. But at least I'll, know whether or not who supports me and who doesn't by you hitting that like or the dislike button. And that's as simple as that. And it's free. I trust me, it's free. Because if it wasn't, I definitely would be broke, busted, and disgusted if I relied on a like button to get my income. I hope they never change that rule, but I doubt they would ever do that. It wouldn't make any sense. That's just a metric of how well the video's doing when a person hits the like or the dislike button. Oh, this person likes the video. We'll keep recommending this content to that individual because they like the video. This is or it'll say you might not be in agreement with me on this video, say today. But by you hitting the like button, it's letting YouTube know what kind of content you like to watch. That's just a general reason in itself why you should hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? Let's get them likes up. Exactly. Hello, Toy. Hello, sweetie. It says Burge. People calling the bond company is also making it worse. The lady at the bill company is watching his social media. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. And then let me just say this, and I don't care who gets mad. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. This is not defending Shamar when I say what I'm about to say to you guys, right? But let me just say this. Shamar, if you're listening, and I know you probably are, I'm quite sure all the girls are listening to what I'm saying right this second. If you know that somebody's a stalker, allegedly, if you know that somebody's a pedo, or just you don't bring anything past this individual or these individuals, let's say that, because you got a whole bunch of people at you. What you need to do is pick and choose your battles. That don't mean that you're scared of anybody or you have to bite your tongue. But you know that the person's going to stalk, harass you, and keep doing what they're doing to you as long as you keep making them relevant. Now, like me, I have fun sometimes making like the situation with the little boy LaShawn that sucks his thumb. I had fun with it. Am I gonna continue to do commentary on them? Absolutely. When I feel as though there's something I want to update the community with, so I don't care how mad it gets. But am I gonna go back and forth on some, we already cleared this up type stuff? No, I'm definitely not gonna go back and forth because it's not anything true to go back and forth. It's just a waste of my time, and I don't got time to be wasted. You know what I'm saying? Life's too short. But I feel like Shamar going back and forth and let everybody else pull up whatever the receipts are of this person being a stalker or a pedo, and you leave it alone. Because it seems like every time, Shamar, every time you make it a point to join the circus that was created really from them following you onto this platforms or these platforms, you get it 10 times worse. So I just think that, your best bet is to, watch who you're around, people, places, and things that don't serve you, stay away from, and, do your own thing, because I always get this eerie feeling sometimes that I'm gonna wake up one day and I'm gonna hear some bad news about something that happened with Shamar. And I'm not saying even an unaliving. It could be somebody might have done something to him, but he, God was with him and he's still here with us, type thing. I'm not wishing anything bad on anybody. But Shamar has made a lot of enemies. And then there's a lot of people who are enemies because they're jealous of his success that he keeps blocking. He blocks a lot of his own blessings too. Shamar is a pro of blocking his own blessings. But he just needs to leave things alone, because a lot of things these crash dummies have put out here the last couple of days exposing people, because they've been exposing each other left and right. It really gave me the side eye. It really, honestly, and I ain't gonna lie, it really concerned me that how can these kind of people have so much to say about people, and you got charges that give me all of the feeling of you definitely got some mental health issues if you up here stalking people, and you being charged as a pedo and this and that and other. That's some crazy work. I would never want in life to have no type of charges like that on my record, or for anyone to lie on my name, because they can be lying too. People can lie and make up stuff, defamation of character, and just to be lying on you because they don't like you. And that's not a good thing, to be doing either. So it's this crazy work out here, man. It's just crazy how they thought that Shamar wasn't gonna make it. They said he'd been trying at this for years, and then eventually Shamar's effort paid off. He didn't even know when it was gonna pay off. And I think a lot of people are mad because they didn't expect it, and they didn't want that for Shamar. They wanted that for themselves. And Shamar was the one that got to shine. Shamar's the one that got to the bag. Shamar's the one that when commentators do commentary, um, you know, they get views, they get subscribers. It's building their platforms. And they would have never expected that Shamar would be that person that when he's blessed a lot of people. Let's just say that. I'm gonna say it like that. He's got his flaws. We all got our flaws. It's called being human. Nobody is above life's classroom. But he has definitely blessed a lot of people without knowing it. I'm quite sure Shamar's not even aware of how he has blessed a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And he put in his work. Consistency paid off. And I think that the people that are hating on him, that are showing their true colors, they're hating on him because they didn't think or they didn't believe in Shamar. You feel what I'm saying? They didn't think Shamar was gonna make it, and he made it, and they didn't, and they're mad. So sometimes you have to keep your enemies close, your friends close, and your enemies closer, because it's some crazy work out here. He has outstanding warrants in Clayton and Fulton County. Wow. I don't know. Let him tell it. He's making it seem like Alvo, like he only got one warrant, and it's a misdemeanor. Yeah, that misdemeanor can, I'm quite sure, turn into a what is it called? A default warrant. You don't want no default warrant, but I'm quite sure they are default warrants. Because if you're not showing up for court, that's when it turns into a default warrant. And he's long overdue for going into court, just like he's long overdue for going into the clinic. You know what I'm saying? Hey, pecan, pecan, pecan 10. Let me see. Let me actually see if my Instacart order is. Nah, they ain't. started yet on mine. But yeah, man, I'll tell you, boy, it's some crazy work out here. People will do anything to take that boy down, and it's crazy. It really is. But Shamar has to learn how to, like I said, stay away from people, places, and things that don't serve him. Stop egging on the monsters. You know what I'm saying? Because all you're gonna keep doing is making them relevant. I have to tell myself that sometime. You know, I have to sometimes tell myself that because you just never know. All right, let me get down here to these comments here. Happy Saturday, sis. Hey, Big Red, what's going on with you, sis? 100% got you on a loudspeaker. What Nalina said. The sad thing is when they do catch him, anything that he has will be at the hotel or Airbnb. He will lose it. Yep, everything he's bringing with him, like all his clothes. You know how he's into designer clothes and the sneakers and all that stuff. He's gonna lose everything. He's gonna have to start all over when he gets out. He's literally he's gonna now. He thinks he got so much finesse. Alvo does. Let's see how he works his set when he has to end up, when they end up catching up to him. Let's see if when he gets out, Shamar's still interested in being with him. Shamar might have a whole new ninja by then. And if Shamar's still popping, which he probably will, because with him separated from a lot of people, he'll be able to shine. Shamar will. But I'm saying, I'm wondering if he was gonna be looking, Elvo's way when he gets out. Yeah, because I'm quite sure. See, when Shamar was calling them people on Elvo, to me it wasn't really ringing no bells. But when Shamar's girls, the circle, when they started calling, especially right after they announced that they were back together, I said to myself, this is gonna be crazy work here because they're gonna make it happen. Because this is what they do. They do this they do it offline and online. This is the misery like company squad. So that they was gonna work this set on that. Trying to call and get him arrested at Shamar's house and all that crazy stuff, calling the people on him. Shoot. I already knew they was gonna work this set. Mm-hmm. And that's crazy work. If whoever had said to me, I don't remember who said it in here, that they're gonna be watching him online. I don't understand how watching him online is gonna help find where he's at. All it's gonna help them know is that he's online lying, talking about he got a misdemeanor, when we all know it ain't no misdemeanor. We all know that ain't no misdemeanor he got. Shoot. Boy, lying up a storm. And it ain't no misdemeanor, boo. He's not going to court if he has other warrants in other counties. Wow. That is crazy. Like I said, when people have warrants, and I'm just saying that from my past life, because I'm definitely not living like that now, man. That's old. I'm too old to be putting myself in these kind of situations at this, time in my life. But I always have to, even if you don't want to do it, man, it is what it is. I would just turn myself in, and turn yourself in where it's to the courts. Don't let it get to the point where, if you're not taking care of it, you'll be getting turned in handcuffs, because they'll be coming to one of your spots that they hear that you're at. You just never know. You just never know who's on the shift for the night or the day. And they may have woke up on the wrong side of the bed and they decide to want to make a visit to one of the addresses that maybe low key somebody called in and said that you was at, and then they come get you. That's crazy. You just don't want to. You don't want to have a warrant or warrants and then pick up, get rearrested for something else. It just makes the matter worse. Shamar needs to keep working. Stay strong. It will help with his mental. Yeah, it will. It'll keep him busy. Trust and believe. When I was younger, and my mother used to always tell me, you gotta keep yourself busy to keep yourself out of trouble. I never got it. And when I was going through things in my life, even in relationships, I could never keep myself busy enough to sometimes get over those relationships, right? The breakups. But as I got older, I know how to keep myself busy to keep myself out of trouble. You know what I'm saying? And one of them that saved my life is doing my YouTube. I'm too busy to be sitting up here because I got to edit these videos and do all kind of stuff to them. I'm too busy to be bothered. I can't. I just can't. And yeah, that goes for anybody. Keep yourself busy. You stay out of trouble that way. Yes, when you're living in a glass house, you shouldn't throw no stones. No question. No question. But you know how it is. But I'm telling you, man, the stuff that's coming out on the girls, I ain't name dropping. I don't get too messy with it. Once in a while, I might say a name, but I don't, even when I'm saying the name, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. But this stalker situation, and then Shamar and Elvo the other day, they were talking about on TikTok how this alleged stalker was stalking Lil Wayne's daughter. I said, what? And they went to jail for it. And I'm saying, if you know all of this, Shamar, why are you sitting up there feeding into it? Sometimes I think people drag Shamar into things so that he gets a run of everything, and then he'll be the butt of the joke. He lives on his own. He don't really have nobody that's solid. And you just don't know when you running with information like that how a person's going to react. People have pulled up to that boy's house so many times he had to call the police because they want to attack him and all kind of stuff. Sometimes he needs to pick and choose his battles. And why are they wasting the police time when we got serious things going? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that's why one time they was talking about that. That's why one time they was gonna arrest even Shamar, because they got tired of him calling the police to his resident. And the police had told him this around the time when Kay was still living there. If you call the police one more time, we're taking you. Said, we're taking you. I bet you he stopped. No, he called ever since then. I won't say he stopped calling then. No, he didn't. Still was calling. Hi, Ryan, the heel. Ryan the heel. So I don't know. Police only, it wouldn't happen to me, but shoot, if a police did tell me that, if I was living like that, it only take me one time, and I would just call if it was a life or death situation. Shamar needs to stay out of the way and do him. Exactly. Hi, Green Tree. How are you? I saw your comments on my one of my videos. Welcome. I guess one of the haters brought you over here. That's good. I always tell people, when you're sitting up there doing commentary on these people, you promote them. And sometimes people might not feel that same way you feel about that person. I might say something about one of these knuckleheads, these ninjas that I talk about on a regular basis. Ain't no might, it's the truth. Me too. I love pecans. Me too, Wendeline, especially pecan pie. And that promotes them. That's why I said when LaShawn did what he did, I said, ooh, about time somebody promoted me. About time. You said that stalker caption is crazy. You said jealousy definitely brings envy. No question. The people's story. Hey, Green Tree. It's crazy, man. It's a lot of jealousy at the end. See, I was raised in the era. If you was jealous, you ain't no spot. Nobody's supposed to know it. But these people here, they don't care. They'll sit up there and say they ain't jealous. They probably got themselves believing that the world will be better. What they're doing. That's how they're all in grand delusions. Crazy, crazy, crazy work. Alvo just need to turn himself in and get it over with. Just face it. I'm wondering how much time he's looking at. Because, like, I know that there's a lot of people that are from Georgia, and people will send me stuff in my DMs, but though we're not the courts, we're not the judge. We don't know what time he's looking at. I gave my thoughts on what time he might be looking at. I said maybe a couple of months to a year, and it might only be 30 days. And that'd be even crazy too, that he did all of this and he only got to do 30 days. And he been running and looking over his back. Bad enough he got to look over his back from the stuff that he does to people. So I don't know. Best thing to do is just to get it out the way. Period, point blank. But if you like it, I love it. And for the 5 people that are over there on the second channel, make sure you're subscribed to the channel with the notification bell on, option all. Because there'll be days that I will not be going live on my main channel. And if you're subscribed to the channel with the notification bell on, you will definitely get your notification. So make sure you guys are subscribed over there. The people that are watching, make sure you're subscribed over there as well. Says, I don't think so. It's not like he killed. Right. I hope our tax money not being spent like that. Right. I don't think so either. That's why I'm saying he's just being dramatic. Did you turn yourself? It says, did you turn yourself in? That's why I'm telling you what I just said. I said, from my experience being younger years ago, I didn't, have 4 or 5 warrants, and I wouldn't turn myself in, and then I would get rearrested for something. And then now I got these outstanding warrants being haved around to all these different courts like I'm cattle. And you just make it look bad on yourself. You know what I'm saying? And usually what they do, well, in the New England states, they usually will let you clear them up and take about 30 days to clear them up. So you sitting behind bars for like 30 days. Yeah. And they really got you sitting in a real woman's prison. You ain't in no holding cell for no 30 days. They ship you off to a prison where if you wasn't served time, that's what the woman would be serving time at that prison. Yeah, that's how they do it in New England states, Commonwealth states. Well, I shouldn't say Commonwealth, in New England states. Trying to tell you. Yeah. Gotta be careful, man. You know what I'm saying? It just don't make no sense. Like I said, just to make things worse for yourself. It sucks. I know. I ain't above life's classroom. That's why I don't sit up here. I don't be up here. My commentary is not about my life story. But I have no problem with sharing that I've had, my run-ins, my shortcomings. Because if you can't talk about your shortcomings, or you ashamed to talk about your shortcomings, you shouldn't be talking about nobody else's shortcomings. That's how I look at it. Tell the truth and shame the devil, honey. Can't talk about nobody else's shortcomings if you can't talk about your own. It's how I look at it. Period, point blank. Crazy work. You right about that. Happy Saturday. Beef tips and rice. Oh, can y'all put in the comment section a 1 if y'all got your notification for this live? Please put a 1. Please put a 1. And as y'all are in here, make sure y'all hit the like button. Hey, boo. Hey, big girl, how you doing, sweetie? Thank you, sweetie. Love your work. Thank you, sweetie. What about Alvo and Messy Marge? Oh yeah, that's another thing that I saw Elvo was egging on. He's doing that definitely. I really think that he's trying to get clout off of Marge. If he could probably get people focused on Elvo because he's now beefing with Messy Marge. He's not in a relationship with Messy Marge, but he's beefing with Messy Marge. I don't think that he'll even be with Shamar too long. I think that he's trying to make himself relevant by doing that triggering stuff, mentioning putting his Messy Marge's name in his mouth, letting people listen to their phone conversations on intercom. He's doing all that stuff for content and stuff. Cause honestly, I don't really think that Elvo wants to tread that way again with Shamar. He's talking that pillow talk, to Shamal, all that stuff that, we want to hear, even if it ain't the truth. We want to hear it because, Shamal don't want to be alone. But I really think that he's trying to use Messy Marge as another way of using somebody for content to be relevant and to still get the clout. That easy to say, but hard to do. Oh, I can agree with you, Anthony. Because like I told you, I've been there before. And the only way that I used to get it handled was just the way Alvo's doing it. Somebody, well, nobody would call the police on me and then they would arrest me. But like I would get into some stuff in the street and then it would get handled. You ain't got no once you in handcuffs, you're gonna have to handle everything you got going on. Okay, good. Y'all got your notifications, at least the ones that put ones in the chat did. Yo, what's up? Hey, you you have 2 live streams up, right? Yeah, I know. And make sure you're subscribed, Ryan, to that second one. That's my second channel. I got 2 lives up because I want people to subscribe to the channel because I'm not going to always go live on my second channel. I might just, months at a time or a month at a time or a few weeks or days at a time or every other day. I might sometimes just go live on my main channel and don't do any lives on my first channel. So if you subscribe to the channel, you'll always be able to catch me. Yesterday, I didn't live stream on both my channels and nobody was over there. So I had to do it like this. I didn't want to take no chances doing it like how I did it yesterday. And it wasn't a whole bunch of people that came over there. Because YouTube is this platform here, man. YouTube is type of platform. If you get missing too long on their platform, they ain't trying to. It takes a good little second before you start getting views to your videos. Can't take no breaks with YouTube. Yeah, man. You pay for it later. I'll tell you that much. Yep. So I had to do that. Back doing that again, doing 2 live streams. It says, I think he wants Messy Marge. I think so too. He might have a little crush. He got a crush on everybody. He want everybody. I think he's a little hot butt. He's available for everybody that wants him. I think he wants Marge because Marge is hot right now. He got a show out like Super does. Because Super got a show going on too. I think his is maybe a little bit more bigger than Marge's, but I don't want to compare the two because I kind of sort of like Messy Marge. I like how mature he is for his age. I was on the airplane yesterday coming to South Carolina. Oh, okay. That's what's up. Beef tips and rice. Keep getting your coins. Leave the haters in the dust. That's right, Bobby Smith. No question. Shamar needs to shut his mouth. He does, because I'm telling you, he don't got nobody that's going to back him up. And half the time when people tell him stuff and he runs with it, they're doing it because they're trying to egg him on. They're trying to egg him on. So he just needs to tread lightly and just chill. But you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. He has to see things on his own. Learn the hard. We sometimes got to learn the hard way. You know what I'm saying? We all been there before, not listening to what should be listened to, and we learn the hard way. So I don't know. He just using Shamar as backup plan. As long as Shamar is single, he'll be content. Right. Exactly, player. You said I got you. Oh, wasn't sure if you knew or not. Yeah, I did. I set up 2 lives, one running to my second channel and one running to my main channel. You know I do a live on the second channel every day, just about. That's why I like your channel. You keep it real. I think I'm going to subscribe. Oh, thank you, Anthony. It says Shamar's other than plays right. Then he plays like he's a victim. He wants Marge Clout. He used to beg to be added to Marge's live and posted on Marge's blog page. Yeah, now he thinks he's a star because he got with Shamar and got a little bit of clout and went to his head. Hey, Miss Diamond. Oh, what am I? I'm sitting here looking at the wrong thing. I'm calling you. I seen the diamonds and I thought that it was Miss Diamond. Hey, Katina. I said Kanitra. Hey, Katina. Blessings, sis. I was going to do at least 90 days for jumping bail and fleeing the state. And then he has to go to court for other warrants. Wow. He also got to go to court for the violation of his probation. I'm quite sure he hasn't been to probation since he picked up the warrants, because if he went into the probation, if he tells you he has been, he's lying. Because once you go into probation, which is what, at the court office, and even if it's not, it don't matter. They'll call the police, or there'll probably be police in the probation office anyways, walking around, dropping off stuff, and they will arrest him, take him into custody because he has a warrant. There's no way that he has a warrant and he's been going to probation. There's no way. Had to leave live yesterday. I went back and heard that you responded to me, SL. You said had to leave live yesterday. I went back and heard that you responded to me yesterday. Yeah, I responded. I was telling you that I didn't give that person that you was talking about no flowers. No, only one that I really talk highly about because I think that they're funny is Tommy the Gossip. That's it. I don't say nothing really too good or bad about that individual you're referring to, because I already know they be in the bushes wanting to be relevant, and they're waiting for somebody to say something about them so that they'll be able to be on and popping. Because people are not getting money in real life like they say that they are. A person that got to sit up here and tell you how much they're getting off of videos or got off of a post and this and that and the other, they're not getting money in real life. Because you getting money in real life, you don't have to talk about it, because nobody really cares if you ain't giving them none of it. You're welcome. You call for short on or no. What you say? They gave me almost 90 days for violating probation years ago to pick me up in South Carolina. I waited almost 30 days for the fugitive squad to come and pick me up. Yeah, it's about a 30-day process. That's what I was just saying. I had to wait. I was in my own state, but I'm saying I had warrants in different counties. So, not out of state warrants or nothing like that. And I had to sit there and wait until they took their time to have me around. It's called a have. Well, I don't know. Every state might have a different name for it. A have. They had to have me around to all the different courts. It took about 30 days. And they do it on purpose, because that's almost like a punishment too. Because they know it's going to take about 30 days for all the courts to have you come into each court to clear up each warrant. And I had, 4 or 5 warrants at the time. And I had to go to all them courts individually. And it wasn't on my time. It was on the court's time, whatever dates that they put out there. And thank the Lord that they scheduled it within 30 days. Thank the Lord for that. But they probably don't have no room either to be, even if they are trying to punish me a little bit more, They didn't have no room for me to be sitting in there. They needed for hardened criminals. I'm good. My parents living in South Carolina. I'm living in Houston, Texas now. Oh, okay. You live in Houston. What is it? You're there because of a job or something, or cost of living better, or what? Why? Beef tips and rice. If you don't mind answering, make sure y'all hit that like button. Hit that like button because I've been running my mouth and I ain't been looking at it. I ain't been looking at it. But yeah, he'll be all right.